Good morning, beautiful Monday morning. AJ Simmons here with your video this morning. I want to tell you this. Is the road to success is simple, but it's not easy. I've said this before, but I really want to bring it home this time. It's not easy, and I don't care. At first I said, well, it depends on what niche you get into. It might be easy. It's not easy. I don't care which niche you into. I'm sitting here thinking about it, and me and my fiance was talking, and we just came to the conclusion. You think about some of the avenues of earning income that you consider to be easy. I know for me, I think some of those avenues might be buy and hold real estate, which is rental properties, because you're getting residual income from them. Then another avenue, stream of income that I might think is easy is maybe the money that I get from YouTube videos, or maybe getting some money from online, selling products online, drop shipping, maybe vending machines. But either way, no matter what you try to think of, it's still not easy. And that's what I had to come to conclusion, because I told y'all by default, I'm naturally lazy. I'm a naturally lazy person. I was kind of born that way, I guess. But over time, I was able to stop being lazy, because what I had to realize is whether I work hard and do the job right, or whether I try to take the shortcut, my back hurt regardless. You know what I mean? Hopefully that didn't go over your head. But my point is this. It's not easy, period. If you want to be successful, it's going to be hard. It's simple, but it's hard. It's not easy. It's simple. And when I say it's simple, it's simply because all you have to do is write down your goal. Then once you write down your goal, you ask yourself, now what do I have to do to get to there from where I'm at now? Then you write down that plan to get there. And then all you have to do is do it. That's why it's simple. All you have to do is do that plan to get there. But it's not easy, because look how far you have to, look how much shit you got to do just to get to what you're trying to get to. If you come from nothing, absolutely nothing, you don't have any money in the savings. You don't have the credit to go get a business loan. You don't have the collateral. You don't own anything. So you come from nothing. How in the hell are you going to get the funds to start your business? This big business that pays you residually that you don't have to touch, because you got managers that run it for you, and you just the owner, and you sit back and you collect the checks. How do you get from where you are now with nothing to that? With hard work and years of it. So that's not easy, but it's simple. It's simple. All you got to do is set that damn goal and do the plan and get there. That's simple, but it's not easy, because now in order to do that, that means that you got to be willing to start a business and not take a check from it, because you got to put the funds back into that business and keep growing it. That means that you can't buy the new fancy things. You can't buy fancy cars. You can't buy jewelry and all of that. You can't keep going out to eat all the time when everybody want to go out to eat. You can't do so many things, because you got to focus on that business. But is it worth it? It's definitely worth it, because look what you asking for. You asking for a big business that's going to sustain you for the rest of your life. Let's say if you start now in your early 20s. By the time you turn 40, you good for the rest of your life. And you just built a business that you can pass on to your kids, and they can pass on to their kids. Tell me, how great is that? So was that not worth the 20 years of you grinding nonstop, giving up forms of entertainment that everybody else inhabits every day? Was that not worth it? It's definitely worth it. But you got to decide for yourself if that's what you really want. Do you really want to build that business? Do you really want to own several commercial properties all over the globe, all over the planet? You know what I mean? You got to figure out if that's what you really want. And if it is, then you got to be willing to fight to get there. You got to be willing to build that business to the point where you got to keep your personal expenses so low, so that way the little tiny check that you're going to pay yourself out of that business can help carry, like you can survive off of that, because the business just has to grow. You start pulling the check from that business if you want to, and see what happens. I had somebody ask me the other day if they can go into the franchise opportunity if they were broke. They said they were broke, they didn't have anything, and they wanted to go into it. Well, like, what can they do? How can they get into franchise if they don't have any money? But they want, and they say that the franchise fees are expensive, but they still want to get into it, and they don't have any money to start. What can they do? And this is my thing. This is my message to you. First of all, you can get a loan and make it work. But my advice to you is don't. Because if you broke before you start the business, you're going to be broke after you start the business. That business is not going to save your life. At least not for another 3 to 5 years. So don't start a business thinking that it's going to change your life overnight. Thinking that just because you got a title. I talked about this before. You could be CEO, president, managing director. You can pick any fancy name all you want to, but at the end of the day, if you just started that business, you're broke. You don't have any money. If you're really trying to make it big, if you really want to be successful, you're going to have to give up some of these things that you love and figure out what you love the most, and do everything that aligns with that. Let go of all the stupid shit. Let go of all of the people outside of you. All of those voices that you're thinking about, what opinions you think people are going to have of you. Let all of that go. Figure out what you want the most and only focus on that. That's why I always recommend people to move away from the area that they grew up in, because it makes it that much easier not to focus on outside influences. So remember this, success is simple, but it's not easy. It's hard, expect it to be hard. And go in it with that mindset. Lock in on what you want. What do you want the most? They say, I seen a phrase when I was in another level of consciousness, I guess. But I seen a phrase that I used to go by that said, men do what they have to do and boys do what they want to do. But now that I'm at where I'm at in my life now, I think that people who are conscious and realize what we're here for do what they want to do and work their ass off to get what they want. And slaves do what they have to do. You have to pay bills. You have to go to work before your boss gets you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to do anything but live this earthly experience and then go on to the next. That's it. That's the only thing I have to do. Everything else is my choice. So, and a choice is what you want. You chose it. So do what you want to do, but just when you do it, work your ass off to get it. It's just that simple. Pick out what you want, get your goal, figure out what it's going to take for you to get there from where you are now, and go relentlessly after it, and don't let nothing sidetrack you or stop you. It's simple, but it's not going to be easy. I'm promising you it's not. Thank y'all for listening, subscribing, watching, sharing, and commenting. This is AJ Simmons. Make sure you check out ajsimmonsonline.com for updated products, different blogs on top of the blogs that I'm putting here on YouTube. And then also make sure you add me on Snapchat, AJRichAlready16, and follow me on all of my social media at ajsimmonsonline.com. And also go like my Facebook page, facebook.com/AJSimmonsOnline. Thank y'all.